Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Today we're going to do a mantle. We're going to decorate it for Christmas. So there are some things you're going to need, obviously. You're going to need some wire. This is to hunker things down, whatever we're going to put on the mantle. You're definitely going to need some of these command strip hooks. These are white. I couldn't find black, which is a bummer, but we'll make it work. It'll be hidden by the garland anyway. So you're gonna need these definitely for sure because you don't want to harm your mantle, and you need the hooks big enough to put a couple of strands in it. So make sure to get some command strip hooks. I bought 6 of them. I'm probably only gonna use 3, but I have other places to use them. So we're gonna need that. And then you're also going to need, obviously, some garland. So I've got garland. This came from Amazon. You've probably seen it all over the web. That's the best place to get it. It's not expensive and they still have a whole bunch. So that's a good place to do it. This particular type of garland I got already has lights in them. So I'm gonna combine this with some other stuff that I have as well to make it look really pretty at the end of the day. We also have some other things that you're gonna want that I'm using. So some of these items here, and we're just gonna kind of put everything together. I'll show you how I do it. And as I go, it should get better and better. Let's get started. By the way, this is my first video on YouTube that is not a short. So I'm a little nervous. So excuse me if I sound crazy. Hopefully this will be fun. So we're going to first do the command strips. So if you follow the directions, this side gets put onto the mantle and then this side goes on the command strip. So let's do that first. We're gonna place it right about, not exactly at the end, maybe 6 inches from the end, and probably kind of close to the front of the mantle because you want to see the fluff coming over the mantle. So we're going to do that. Top part off, which is always the hard part for me because my fingernails need to be cut. Just push it on like that. And we're going to do that a couple of more times. We're going to place this one in the middle, or as close to the middle as you can find. Again, sort of close to the front for the same reason as before. Right. And the last one for now that we're going to do is at the end. Again, about 6 inches from the end towards the front. And there we have it. We might need one more later, but for now we're good. So we start by taking our garland. This one has the box for the lights right there. So what we're going to do is I want to put that on the skinny end because I can reach it better and it doesn't hang down on the other side and look funny. So we're going to put that over here. So we're going to start simply by placing the garland up on the mantle and hooking it in, right? We're going to put this at the end. So this is going to go at the end so I can tuck it underneath there and disguise it. Some people like a swag in their design, so they would do this. If you like a swag, you would kind of do that, right? I don't prefer a swag, but a lot of people do, so whatever you like is what you should do, obviously. But we're just gonna put these in like this, and then let this hang on the side. So this is going to hang over here. And yes, it looks funny right now because it's sparse. We're going to fill it all in with a bunch of stuff. Okay. And we take the next one and we do the exact same thing, but I like to have it thinner and then fuller over here. Obviously your choice, but this is what I like to do. So once I untangle it, we'll be good. Okay. So I'm going to put this probably about half, not quite halfway, maybe 2/3 of the way, so I can hide that black box of the light, battery lights. Then we're going to put this on here again, hook it right into the command strip, like that. And you can see it's already hiding, starting to hide the white command strip. So it was okay that I only found white. All right, and so now we're going to do the exact same thing. Here, hook it in to the back, like so. So take your branches, and that's what can hide this, right? Just move your branches around and hide it. You won't even see it. Then we take this, and we're going to hide this as well down in here, because you can click in later on to turn on the lights, okay? So again, we play with this a little bit. And a lot of this is zhuzhing, that's what I call it, as I go. Okay. There. And we're gonna have stuff in there, so it'll be okay. All right. So now we've got that part done. Now I want to try to make it fatter and more elegant. More elegant, I think is the right word. So I'm going to add some more greens that we saw earlier. So I just have a couple of these. And you can use whatever you want, you know, stuff you find around the house. Honestly, even if you forage in your own yard and you can find some greens, that's great. My worry with that is it dries out before Christmas, since I start decorating on the 1st of November. But for now, this is going to do good, and you can really use whatever you want, whatever you feel is fun. But I like these extra greens, so we're going to stick these in about a third of the way into the mantle. We're just going to stick it behind what we've already done. They're on sticks, so it's easy to do. And then kind of fluff that up a little bit. We're going to put another one halfway into this one. Again, underneath, so you can't see it. And then let that swag or splay, not sure the right term, down. And then, right, so you can kind of see it starting to come together a little bit. And now we're going to try to see if I need more, which I think I do. I like a lot of fluff. So I'm not sure I'm going to like these, but we're going to try it. How about that? Doesn't hurt to try. And that's not horrible. So for this, I'm going to push down in further over here. Give it some dimension, different colors, different types of greens, right? And then I feel like I'm going to do this one down here as well. Maybe I'll go the other way. And a lot of this is imagination, right? Like I do it this way this time, but next time I do it, I could do it differently. As long as you follow the same pattern, it will come out. It will come out beautiful. So I feel like this could come down here. So I'm going to hook this into the, slide it underneath the garland, the original garland, I should say. And that will hold it in place and let it maybe come down like this. Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. I think that looks really nice. And it's nice and full, right? It's nice and full, looks pretty. All right, so let's see what we can do with these guys. So here's what I've got. It's a little ambitious. I'm not sure this is all gonna fit, but I think it will, and I think it's gonna look really pretty. So let's give it a try. So these I got at Michael's. Actually, the tag is still on it. I will take the tag off later. And these are beautiful. I love them. The little gold, kind of gold frosted berries. I got those at Home Goods. I love those. These little guys, by the way, are from Amazon. Okay, so let's put these in and see. I'm gonna take the tag off. I should have done that before I started videoing, but this is real life, right? So I'm trying to twist it to see which angle looks the best. This is not nice because you can see the back of the cones, and you don't want to see the back of the cones. You want to see the front of the cones, right? So we want to try to make it fit in nicely like this. And we just want to kind of play with it to see where we want it to be. Maybe here. Let's just try it, right? This is what you do. You just try it. Okay, I feel like that looks really kind of pretty. You just get it in there a little better. So I think that looks kind of good. Maybe it needs to come out a little more. There we go. Come out a little more like that. And we can bend and play with these to make them kind of curve down a little, maybe like that. Might be nice. Yeah, I take it back. I like it better this way. Okay, so we've got that. I can judge that later. And then we have another one of these guys. Take the tag off. Okay, done with that. Again, we want to make sure that the cones face forward. So this one, I don't think I want to go like quite right here, although that kind of looks nice. It does. Let's do that. Let's put it right here. And my husband is going to say, I can't see the television. To which I say, then go to the other television. All right, so this goes here. Okay, see how pretty that's coming together? Look how beautiful that is, right? Just love it. Just love it. We can scooch these down a little so you can see the television a little better, but I love that so much. Now we have these, which are really nice because it blends in with the rest of my decor. So I can show you that later on, but just a brief little thing. Here's my beautiful tree. That's for another video. All right, so now we're going to put these in there. So I feel like I want these to show, so I don't want to hide them underneath here. I feel like these need to kind of go on top. So we're gonna do the exact same thing in the same manner. So underneath, it digs in, it holds it in place. And then I splay these out a little bit just so you can see them, and you can kind of intertwine them a little. It looks so pretty. So pretty. Oh, so much fun. Okay, and now we're gonna do the same thing. You can see the gist of this now, back and forth, back and forth. And we're gonna push this one in, find the right spot. Here we have it. We're gonna splay these out a little bit. Little bit. Oop. Right, that goes there. I think I want to see these a little more. There, something like that. Look how pretty that is already. We're not even done. Okay, last one. So I don't want everything over here. I mean, I want most everything over here, but I also don't want it to look boring over here. So sometimes I put just like one little something, right? So I'm gonna put this little something right over here and see how it looks. Maybe down here, maybe like right here. There we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, see, that's a perfect spot. And it splays down onto the floor, and it has a little drape onto the floor, which looks nice. I think it looks nice anyway. So that's that. Now we are going to then add any other sort of things that we want to add to it. So Christmas ball ornaments, bells, which are a big thing. Everybody loves their gold bells. So I'm just going to grab that. Okay, I'm back. I've decided, so I have my bells. So what I did, these are also from Amazon. I bought the three, they come in a set of 3, right? Small, medium, and large. They actually work, so they're loud, sorry. But what I do is I just take the big one, put the medium one over that, put the small one, and loop it over that, so they all hang together without me having to finagle some sort of other way to do it. So what I'm gonna do is I think it will look nice if these are here, kind of in the middle of this display area here. So I took another command strip and I stuck it in here. And so now I am going to Oh, after I, there we go. I'm gonna put this on the command strip. Sorry for the noise. Now I don't want them to come down like this. So I'm just gonna pull this, put it inside here. And then that will hook it so that it stays permanently up for you, okay? So now we've got this really cool little bell situation going on. So there's that. And then last but not least, we're gonna put the lights on. Okay, so these already have lights on them, as we talked about. So I'm gonna turn those on first, and then we'll see where we need more lights, because I like lots of lights, but you may not. You do what you wanna do with this. So I'm gonna turn these on. There's not very many. It came like this, but it's not very many. So I'm gonna put more in for sure. And I'll turn these on. Oop, there we go. Put these on, and they're kind of hidden inside there. So this is why I'm gonna need more lights. So I've got them right here. And these, you guessed it, are from Amazon. They're little fairy lights, and they come with a bunch of different ways to use them. So you click this, and it has this pattern, and there's another pattern. You get the idea. Okay, so let's put it on the, what I think is the, there we go, solid, just to decorate, and then we can do whatever we want afterwards. So let's skip this. And again, I like to have the boxes down here so I can easily turn them on. This is also on a timer, which is nice. All of these actually are on a timer. If you don't have a timer, it's not the end of the world to go turn them on yourself, right? So I'm gonna put this down here, start on this end, and get my lights in place. So just kind of meander around, tuck them underneath some branches, you know, make it kind of come down, and you just kind of use your, don't go in an S form, because then at the end it looks really funny. So just do very random, you know, here maybe, and then come back down here. And this is pretty long, so I'll probably be able to go through the whole thing, which is my hope. So let's just play with this a little bit. There we go, looks good. Get some into these types of things, because you want to highlight those because they're so beautiful, and it makes it look magical. Very, very pretty. And we're going to kind of go in and out here, come down and around. Let's go up in here, right? Maybe just underneath a branch here. Kind of down and then back up in here maybe. Whatever you like. You can, it's very bendable, it's very pliable, and you can mold it to where you want. So if you want it to like go around a pine cone, you just squeeze it in. Squeeze it and it'll take shape around whatever you want it to. Okay, then we're gonna come down around here. And this you kind of have to almost do an S type of thing, because the garland is in a straight line going down, so you don't want to, it's kind of tough to do it otherwise. So we're going to just do this and then squeeze it at the end so it stays in place, and I think that we're in good shape. I might want to put one more set of lights on, but I think for now we're good. Let's take a quick look at it. I'm going to take you with me. Since this is my first video, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but it's what I'm doing. See? So pretty. I think we did good. Very nice. Thank you for watching. If you like it, subscribe. Here we go. Have a good day.